Hello and welcome back to Planet Zoo. We're back in our franchise conservation zoo. One of the tapirs is hiding in a box, and the other one is just standing there, waiting for a better life or something like that. We're going to have offspring in like now, so that's cool. I did switch out the fencing because I think it looks better this way, and we now have metal fencing here because I don't know, modern. Also, one of my patrons requested a polar bear. Now, I have bad news. The polar bear is only vulnerable. Sorry. No polar bears. Okapis, on the other hand. Or, I know beavers. How about... Do I have anything cute here? What's cute and also endangered? Well, you're not endangered anymore. Where are my endangered animals? Yeah, the badger is definitely... Oh, their dolls are endangered. Or how about a Chinese pangolin? They're critically endangered. Or all the monkeys. Just all the monkeys. And the lemurs. Which are monkeys, but you know, details. Anyways, this little thing here that I'm sure you've seen in the last episode is going to be our monkey habitat. I'm trying to turn this here into a little bit of a climbing playground fence area. Working on it is... That's probably the emphasis here. Just I'm trying to avoid making it a full glass house on the logical basis that a full glass house would cause the death of all of these animals just due to heat stroke. Like, it genuinely would, believe me. Can I have this in a slightly different wood color? No, because it would be cool to like place over top of this, but it has a different wood color. Maybe if I do this, because I don't want to have a fully closed roof, basically. Does that work? How does that look? It pokes out on the other side? No! How dare you poke out? I don't think I can get it so that I can't see the wooden bits on either side, can I? Oh, that works. Okay. Yeah, it's basically going to be like a mostly climbing area, and I plan on using like, do I have metal columns or something? I don't really want to use wood. And this is kind of short, isn't it? To seal off the top. New World, architecture good at painted. Why are they all diagonal? Why are you diagonal? I'm just normal, but they're thick. They're very thick beams. I don't think I want beams that thick. I'd just want, the same thing that I'm using for the wood, basically. One-way glass panels are cool, but not what I'm looking for. Once again, glass panels, yay, but they're going to get everything killed because of the heat. Can I place a fence? Yes, I can place fences horizontally. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to be leveling a fence to this here, because I need it at a 90-degree angle. Right. And then I'm going to be pulling a fence up here. Because this way we would have airflow. Right? So our animals wouldn't completely die to spontaneous heat stroke in there. I say this is someone who has worked in a building that has a glass roof and like no air conditioning, and you just die in there, and I don't want the same thing to happen to my animals. Please get air conditioning if you have a glass roof. I mean, like, they look really cool and they're awesome in winter because, you know, you get sunlight in and all that. But during summer, if you live in an area where it can get hot, it's like the worst. So yeah, let's just do that. I guess it's kind of realistic as well because a lot of like monkey habitats do just have chain links and stuff to keep them inside while also allowing them to climb around. Okay. Now the main issue that we will be facing here is getting the animal we want. What items do you have already? No food enrichments? Cool, so let's give them some. Here. Oh, it's the baby dabbier! Look! Look! It's our first baby! It's Merpati. Her stats are okay. Her stats are good. Why is she not... Oh, she's silver. Yeah, I was just confused for a second. Okay. Our first baby with good stats. Good job, baby. High fertility. Oh, she's so cute. Hi. Hello. Oh. Yes, which means we definitely get to keep her. Unless we get animals with even better stats. Like, I wouldn't complain, but I think this is fine. And we are going to have other tapirs as well, of course. Just first, I would like to figure out what monkeys I can get, okay? So, we're looking at lemurs here. As per ruling, I can only get lemurs sold by Frontier, right? I can get that one. I can get any of these. I can get these here. And I'm thinking these might just work really well. Because, I mean, they do work out with all the other lemurs. And I only need 2 of them to have a breeding pair. Like, they won't be unhappy. Otherwise, I'm gonna pick up these 2. And the... both of the Frontier Zoo males are kind of bad, but I guess I'll take that one. And then we're going to put them in here. And also, yeah, I was hunting regular Beard's tapirs as well. Because... yeah, I can deal with that. For now, I'm trying to get fertility as a main stat, because if we don't have offspring, you know, we don't have anything, basically. Let's just make sure that that's in the work zone. So this habitat has a total space of 400 square meters. The animals won't have all the 400 square meters, but we have a lot of like climbing spots here. I also want to have like a window-ish bit coming out through here. Maybe I'll just leave it like this. That doesn't look too bad either. I don't know. But the idea would be to put a lot of climbing frames in it and turn this whole thing into a big climbing area. I'd love to have a little bit of water in it. I'm not sure if that's viable with how little space we already have. Because lemurs can't swim. Like, even a tiny pool like this, it's going to take away a fair amount of the landmass. But let's see, because it would look nice, and I prefer that over, you know, having water, water pipes and stuff. But anyways, let's see if they can get out of this habitat. No. Let's see how they're doing space-wise. Yeah, they don't have any climbable space. Obviously, because there's no climbable space here just yet. But we can work on that. So, mostly short grass and dirt. Soil, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna have more soil around the building, because that would make more sense. And plant-wise, we have African tropical. I think I'm going to do the whole habitat works before I do that. So this is probably going to take the whole episode. You have been warned. Why? Because I'm ridiculously bad at building these things. Like climbing areas and what? No, just I can't. I mean, I'll have to, because that's what these animals want, but I'm bad at it. That's just like a warning, okay? I do like the new natural branches. They're very, very pretty. We have like trunks and actual branches and all that, so we can work with those. They don't really pop on top of each other as well as you'd wish, because this is the 4-meter branch, and it's also the only 4-meter branch. There's these bridges. They're really cute. Maybe if I can rework them to a more like blue and green color scheme. I don't know, I just feel like that would vibe better with the general zoo. This wouldn't lead anywhere. Like, at the moment, it truly does not lead anywhere, but I would like to use it, so I'm going to try. Have some... the wood does not match in color. It's kind of sad. But yeah. Technically speaking, you can use whatever you want. Like, most items are climbable. Just the cool bit of this, most items will be climbable, so your lemurs can climb on most things. Even if it's like tiny branch thing, or I don't know, a piece of metal that you found somewhere, the lemurs will probably be able to climb it. But just for your own sake, I do recommend checking before you build anything to see if they can interact with it or not, because it would be kind of annoying if you know, like, you had something and you thought it would work, but it didn't. Turns out it doesn't work. It's a bad idea all of a sudden. How do I make this work? Because I want to have like some floating things like this, right? I think it's kind of cute to have a thing in the middle of nowhere that they can climb onto. But as I'm sure you know, if you've watched any of my videos, climbing frames are not my special skill. They're just not. Also, how would this even get there? Like, I could connect it to the roof. Because I want it to be hanging in a way, so connecting it to the roof would make more sense. And then obviously they would have like, you know, thank you? There would be like these logs just allowing them to get there from somewhere else. Like, maybe here. I don't know if they can make this jump. That's something we'd have to find out. Because they can jump, I just don't know how well they can, like, how far they can jump, basically. Does this touch this? Is this too tall, too high? I think so. Because I do like using these branches here to stabilize, because it's kind of funny looking. But this branch is too high up. Okay. Yeah, this is what I meant with this stuff takes time. It's like, I have an idea, and the idea might not even be bad, but because you're building in completely three-dimensional space, instead of the pseudo three-dimensional that is flat habitats, it's a lot more challenging to figure out how to do the things you want to do. Construction. Do I have like? I mean, I have no. Those chains are way too strong. I don't want chains that strong. I was hoping for like some sort of way to pull this upwards, you know? I'm not sure if I can find that. A little confused. A little, not ideal plan, perhaps. Maybe I could just put a wooden piece, oh wait, like a log in the middle, right? And pull it upwards until it reaches the top piece, because they shouldn't be able to get out through there. And that way it just looks like it's hanging down from the top, right? Totally realistic. I know. Wait, how am I doing this here? I needed... No, is this the red? No, okay, that just turns it that way. Welcome to... I'll be fighting pieces of wood for the next 10 hours. Yay. Okay, this piece of wood is definitely too long for this. But that's fine. I don't care. I just want this to kind of have structure, you know, because might as well make the place look like an actual habitat that, you know, someone would build while I'm at it. Instead of... Because, like, I know that there's, like, pre-built things, but not only do we not have them researched, like, after a while it's just kind of boring to always use pre-built items for these kind of things. So I do enjoy planning them myself and, you know, doing stuff like this. Like a kind of weird floating arrangement for them to sit on. So next, let's see where they can even get from here, because point number 2 with lemurs and the like is always figure out where they can go. Because you might think they can go everywhere. And oh, I like this. Yeah, I like this. I think it's cute. And they can probably go everywhere, but then it's like, oops, there is this one tiny piece of wood, and now they cannot traverse this area at all. And everything you build is useless because they can't use it. That has happened to me before, and it hurts on the inside when you're like, yay, I built something cool. And then the lemurs are like, yeah, it's cool, but we can't use it. I'm just trying to place sticks and stuff randomly to give them like a variety of climbing opportunities, you know? Like up the wall. I never know if they can use these, because sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. And then you can put like a climbing platform in here, basically. Can you please snap that? Please, thank you. To create like another layer of space. Because that's the cool thing with like lemurs and small monkeys. You don't need a huge habitat to give them everything they want, because most of what they want is climbing space. And there are a lot of ways to provide adequate climbing space without having to like build a ridiculous amount of wooden structures and having 1,000 square meters of flooring. So you like, this is kind of their shelter. They also have this ground level shelter down there. Can I please game? I know that you hate me because I have a roof on this, but can I please zoom in? Thanks. Also because we will be using trees as well. I'm not doing too much here just yet, because like, yeah. Obviously, if we give them plants, which we will, alongside these things, then it's really not as much of an issue to with. It might go. Wow. Good job, tree. No idea how you got there, but good job. I just want to have like a tree to give them a climbing frame up here. There we go. And yeah, a lot of what I do is I just take like natural trees and trunks and whatnot and then do these little climbing arrangements, because I really liked those as a kid, and you know, humans aren't that different from monkeys, so if I liked it, the monkeys will probably like it too. It is also pretty cool that we do now have these sort of like natural based climbing things. They just look better in my opinion. You can add texture and you can just add color by having them, and that's cool. So let's just put this up here. I don't know if they can actually reach that. I'm doing a lot of these kind of like semi-hidey hole thingies here where they can like, theoretically speaking, jump on and sleep on if they want to, if they're lazy. Because if I was a lemur, that's what I'd want in my zoo, you know? Just a lot of spaces to sleep. And I think it looks cute. And down here we can maybe just put in some more platforms or whatever, but now that I have my bare minimum of climbing structures, I'm going to add the plants because they will add climbing space as well. And I think if I can afford another female, let me check if I can have multiple males here, because that would be very, very useful, but I don't know. Up to 1 male. Okay, so I'm going to get another female, I think, if I can afford another female. Unless... I mean, I can't. Problem solved. There are none. But they are compatible with red ruffed, for example, right? Which I'd need 3 of. And 3 have a minimum requirement of that, so that would be 6, which would still work. So I could get 3 red ruffed lemurs, if I can get 3 red ruffed lemurs. It is the main challenge of this challenge. Getting the animals. Red ruffed lemur, there we go. Frontier. Frontier. And now I can't afford a male. Yeah. But I have them in my store, so Let's give these animals some food next, because they will want to have food. I don't know if I could like put the feeding platform at this height and then the zookeeper can reach it, because that would be fun, I think. I don't have a lot of experience with arboreal feeding platforms. I'm always too scared of screwing up somehow. But I feel like they'd be fun, so let's try that. Yeah, like monkeys are definitely the species I built with the least. I don't know why, I just don't usually do it. So I'm definitely experimenting here as well. Give them a ball and a rubber duck. Every animal in the zoo gets a rubber duck for social health, mental health, whatever you want to call it. These are monkeys, so they need like a literal crap ton of toys. As is the case for all like monkey-esque animals you can have in your zoo. Anything that's like pandas as well and stuff, they will want to have like 50,000 toys. And I don't have them researched to a point where I have enough variety. Ice balls, great. Because they won't have offspring without that, you know? And I would appreciate it if they had offspring soon, because they're expensive. That being said, I probably shouldn't put more animals in this habitat if I want to also fit offspring in here, because it is not a big habitat. Like, I'm sure you noticed that, but the habitat is all in all pretty small, which is cute and all that, but if, if I plan on doing anything with it, probably not ideal. So we will need a second habitat at some point for the lemur breeding station, I guess. Like one habitat that's like, oh yeah, this is where you can see the lemurs, and then there's another habitat that's like, this is where we have the baby lemurs. So that we can actually have a nice habitat for the visitors and also a nice habitat for the animals. Also, because this is sort of an indoor habitat, I won't be able to fit too many plants anyways, because I have a maximum height of not very high. Like, look at it. I will very, very quickly reach a level where the plants are too tall for the habitat. I'm basically just filling in empty spaces with some cute little banana plants and everything, because I don't want half the habitat to be empty. Oop. I hate this. Let me zoom properly, please. You can also lower them to sort of have them as ground coverage, but that's dangerous because that takes up a lot of space. So if you're not sure about it, don't do it. It's gonna have a lot of banana trees and like these guys here, because I think they're cute. And also I think the animals can climb on them. I'm never quite sure which plants are climbable and which ones aren't. So that's that. Because if the animal isn't climbable, if the plant isn't climbable, it's kind of taking up a lot of space, or not being climbable. It'll take up the space either way, but if the animals can climb on it, it's there for a reason. Yeah, let's put some ferns here, because I do like having some plant life around the entrance areas of my areas. The entrance areas of my areas. Good job, me. That is a great way to call it. Okay. Let's see. Do they have enough space still? Yeah. The funny thing is, because we have this second floor here, which I believe also counts as, space. They have more habitat space than there actually is habitat space left on the floor. I shall demonstrate. We have 396 square meters and 27 square meters of water. I'm not quite sure how land and water overlap because the total is 400, but who cares? And even though we have a crap ton of plants, we have 385 square meters of accessible land because this here counts, and this here counts, and all of this here counts. It's pretty neat. And it's like the best ever strategy to just, if you work with monkeys or animals that climb, to be like, yeah, look, We have, no, don't do that. No, I said don't do that. What the hell? Look, we have another space lab. Whoa. The hell, game? 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 Yeah, you can do it to the group. I don't really care, but why are you placing it there? Can I move it? That is discrimination. I guess it's because it's in the group. But anyways, for now this will do, because it's not like we have more monkeys that I can put in there anyways. And we should go and research our black and white ruffed lemurs instead, because we do have enough research for the tapirs now, I think. Yeah, that should have given them either a feed upgrade or a fertility upgrade. Makes me think it's a fertility upgrade. Let me find it. Yes, breeding research, fun fact, and a toy enrichment? Which one? Probably one of the ones that I just gave the lemurs, huh? Yes, hello. Anyways, look, baby top here. Hi. That's gonna be it for today's session. So now we have 2 habitats, and one is filled with a lot of monkeys. I think I'll be uploading the habitats on the Steam workshop, I guess. So if you want to use them and put them in your own zoo for your own monkey breeding facility or whatever, feel free to do that. And yeah, as always, if there's any animals you would like to see, please put that in the comment section down below. And next animal will probably be the other bird's top here. Well, the other top here, aka the bird's top here. You know, or the red ruffed if I have money by then. Who knows? Yeah. As always, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope I'll see you again soon. Bye!